You purchase something and then you change your mind. You return it, right? Or you make plans to go skydiving and then you cancel them. You get your money back, right? But sometimes you can't get your money back. What if the item was a final sale or the tickets were non refundable? So, how does this apply to the world of real estate? Hi, this is Nancy Karp with Stories from the Homefront. Today's cautionary tale is about making decisions in a real estate transaction. Now, before I start this story, I want to remind you that Illinois is one of a handful of states where the standard sales contract allows for your attorney to review the contract and make modifications after everybody signed the contract. This particular story relates to the attorney review process, which typically takes place during the first 10 business days after a contract's in place. During this time period, either party can cancel the contract for any reason whatsoever with no penalty. I'm working with a couple of buyers and I want to share something that came up the other day. My clients were really excited about this home, and when we found out there were multiple offers, we increased their offer probably a little bit higher than what they had hoped to spend on the home. The inspection went well, but there were a few minor issues. During attorney review, my client's attorney requested that the seller address some issues. Given that there were other offers on the table, it was a risk. The sellers could have said no or even walked away at that point. But they agreed, and the contract was finalized, and the attorney review period was completed. There was no turning back at that point for either my buyers or the sellers. A day or two later, the seller's broker, who is relatively new to the business, contacted me to see if my buyers would be willing to split the cost of addressing these two items. Apparently, the sellers didn't realize what the cost would be when they agreed during attorney review to address these things. At this point in time, my clients had no legal obligation to agree to split these costs, and they said no to the request. And now the sellers are going to have to pay for these items, whatever the cost will actually be. For the sellers, it was as if they had waited too long to return an item that they had bought because the store had a time limit on returns. No luck. Now, if the sellers had asked while we were in attorney review, my buyers might have agreed to it. Remember, there were other offers on the table. And when you're in a seller's market, especially when there's multiple offers, there is always the possibility that the sellers will cancel the deal during attorney review and go forward with another buyer. It doesn't happen often, but I did have a seller do that within the past couple of years. So anyhow, the bottom line is whether you are a buyer or a seller, when you make any decisions during the negotiation or attorney review, think them through carefully. There are no do-overs. These are contractually binding decisions. If you don't live up to the terms of the contract, you could end up getting sued. And that's not fun. I'm Nancy Karp with Stories from the Homefront. I'm ready to guide you through the sale or purchase of your home. Give me a call, and thanks for watching.